Do you want to manage a quality learning center but also get an aesthetic physique? You should use the upper-lower training split. For this, we're training 4 days a week, hitting each muscle twice weekly, and prioritizing the biggest movement first when fatigue is the lowest. This allows you to use your rest days to manage your amazing Minnesota daycare. So why does this upper-lower split work? It's one of the most reliable splits because you get very high muscle frequency, enough volume for hypertrophy, and plenty of recovery in between sessions. You get 3 rest days in between, which allows you to manage your quality daycare center. And so the key for this split is the exercise order. You first want to do your compound movements and then your isolations. So that way you can push hard where it matters the most. And so for our first upper body day, well, this is the one that you mainly use actually. We're going to start with the big back and push movements, and then we do arms and delts. So for this, it's going to be a back focused upper body day. So we're going to do a lat movement, 2 sets of 6 to 8 reps. This could be any sort of pull down movement. And then you're going to do a push movement, 2 sets of 6 to 8 reps. Go heavy on this. This is your main chest and triceps driver. So you're going to want to do like a bench press, an incline press, or a machine bench press. For our third exercise, we're going to do any sort of rowing movement where it biases the upper back. So 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps where you do any sort of row, like a chest supported row, a cable row, whatever you want to do for this. For our fourth exercise, we're going to do some sort of fly movement, or even another push movement if you really want to. 2 sets of 6 to 8 reps. So this is where we want to really get a deep stretch for our chest and really want to try and grow it. For our fifth movement, we're going to do another lat movement, 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps. So I like to do different kinds of back movements here. If you do any sort of pull-up, then you can do like a lat pull-down here. If you did a lat pull-down, then you can do pull-ups or even a T-bar row that biases the lats. And now for the rest of our workout, we're going to do some simple stuff, some simple isolation exercises. First, do 1 set of 8 to 10 reps of preacher curls, 1 set of 8 to 10 reps of triceps extensions, 1 set of 8 to 10 reps for hammer curls, and then 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps for lateral raises biasing our side delts. Now for our first lower body day, we're going to do a quad focus day. So our first exercise is we're going to do a quad compound exercise, 2 sets of 6 to 8 reps. So you could think any sort of squatting movement or even like a leg press. So this is our priority movement. Push these closer to failure if you know how to. Our second exercise here is going to be a hamstring curl, 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps. You could do seated or lying, just control the eccentric, make sure you really feel it in your hamstrings. For our third exercise, we're going to do a leg extension, 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps. So make sure you just squeeze at the top and really like feel the quad burn basically. For our fourth and fifth exercises, we're going to do an abduction and an adduction, 1 set of 8 to 10 reps each. So this is where we're going to really focus on our hips here. For our sixth exercise, we're going to do a calf exercise, any sort of calf movement, 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps. And then we're going to end off with any sort of ab movement, weighted crunches, any sort of leg raises, 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps. For our second lower body day, we're going to do any sort of hip hinge focus. So for our first exercise, we're going to do something like a deadlift, a Romanian deadlift, or any sort of back extension, 2 sets of 6 to 8 reps. So make sure you do something that's very healthy on your lower back. Our second exercise, hamstring curl, 2 sets 8 to 10 reps, leg extension, 2 sets 8 to 10 reps, abduction, adduction, 1 set of 8 to 10 reps each, 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps for calves, and then ending off with abs, 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps. And so the goal with this split is simple. We want to add reps, add load, and improve week to week. So this is really good for intermediate lifters or very novice lifters who've gotten out of the beginner phase. So you want to train hard on your compound lifts, stay consistent, and recover properly. Make sure you get 8 to 10 hours of sleep, get your protein intake in. And so if you really want a split that's sustainable, effective, and easy to track, you should definitely use the upper-lower split. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe and like on this video.